Good morning. You'll get all set up either on your carpet or your yoga mat and get settled in. And so this is meant to be some really gentle movement just to kind of wake you up if your body's feeling a little bit stagnant. And so you'll come to any comfortable seat to begin. That might mean you cross your legs. That might mean you sit up on your heels. Or you could even bring your legs out in front of you. So whatever a comfortable position looks like, with whatever time of day it is, wherever you are, however you're feeling, you'll find that. And then try to get out any final fidgets, which is especially hard right now. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you exhale, open your mouth and close your eyes. Do that again. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Last one, big breath in. Nice, steady exhale. And as you sit here with your eyes closed, if it doesn't feel okay to close your eyes, you'll open them. Just soften your gaze to something that's not moving. And start to notice any sounds that you might hear. Maybe you've got kids yelling, your dog barking. I've got a cat in front of me intermittently scratching a carpet. But know that there's space for all of it, even the distractions. You might even notice what you can smell. And notice what you can feel. Maybe any sensations in the body. Maybe your fingers or your toes feel cold or warm. But you start to just be with everything that's going on right now. Not labeling or letting it be right or wrong. But you take 5 more breaths into the exact space that you're in. You notice if your breath is shallow, focused in the chest, or if it goes a little bit deeper, all the way down into the belly. On your next inhale, bring both arms up overhead. You can blink your eyes open if they aren't already. Exhale, draw your hands through heart center. Do that again. Inhale to reach, both arms lift up. Exhale, draw your hands through heart. And you'll do that one more time. Inhale, both arms reach up. This time you'll stay. Start to reach a little bit higher through the right hand. Maybe a little bend over to the left side. Coming back through center. Inhale, and then exhale, maybe reaching a little bit higher through the left hand, opening up through the left side body. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, palms come out, float your arms down by your sides. And I try to get my lefts and rights done, or correct anyway. I screw it up all the time. And if you can't be human while you're trying to do or teach a yoga practice, then I think we're all a little bit screwed. So just rolling the shoulders a little bit back, and then bringing the shoulders a little bit forward. From here, you'll find your tabletop pose, hands and knees. Shoulders will come over the wrists more or less, but you might bring the hands out a little bit wider just to allow for some space in the shoulder girdle. And then your hips are more or less over your knees. On your next inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze for cow pose. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine for cat. Do that a couple times. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, spine rounds, and you can really exaggerate the movements, bending through the elbows. Do one more just like that. Full breath in cow pose, belly drops. Nice, steady exhale to cat. And start to come back through your neutral tabletop. On your next inhale, send your right foot back. So you'll keep the toe mounds down. You can press back into the heel to release through the calf muscle. And then bring yourself back through center. From here, right ankle, right foot crosses over the left leg. You can use your right foot as a little bit of a kickstand, and you'll set your gaze over your left shoulder. If it feels good, or if the wrists are starting to get a little bit finicky, you can come down onto your forearms. And then continue to set your gaze, so you take a deep breath into the right side. And a full breath out. Now if you want to get really crazy, you'll bring some weight into your left forearm. Maybe even walk your right hand across the body, bringing some big opening. You'll take another breath in. You might fall. Go ahead and laugh at yourself. Stay through the breath out. And then bring yourself back through center, nice and slow and steady. Right knee in line with the left. You can sway into the hips side to side as you come back up onto your hands. And then you find that same movement on the second side. Inhaling the left foot back. Pressing back into the heel, feeling that release through your calf muscle. Coming back through neutral, left leg crosses over the right, little kickstand, and you can stay just like this, looking over your right shoulder. You can come down onto forearms and look over the right shoulder. And just pause in this variation for a second. Take a breath. Stay to exhale. And then you might take that left hand and walk it all the way across, taking another deep breath in. And another full breath out. Coming right back through center, nice and slow. Give yourself as much time as you need. Knees come back in line, hips can sway a little bit from side to side, and you come back into your tabletop pose. Take another breath in, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your spine. Back through your neutral tabletop. Starting on your right side, I'm going to face you so that you can see me. On your breath in, lift your right arm up and away from your body, little twist open. On your exhale, thread your right arm under and through, thread the needle. So you're coming down onto the right shoulder. Now you might bring a pillow or a block underneath the head here. And you want to feel some sensation through the outside of the shoulder. You can leave the hand on the mat, or you can start to walk that hand forward. Pressing a little bit into the palm, keep your hips more or less over the knees, maybe even sending them back a little bit. Take a breath in. Feel a breath out. And starting to walk your left hand back to your face if you brought it there, pressing into the palm. Inhale, right arm lifts back out. Exhale, right hand comes back down to your mat. And then you'll do that on your second side. Inhale, left arm lifts. Exhale, thread the left arm under and through. So you'll see I'm coming down onto my shoulder. And then making sure that the weight stays in the shoulder and not the head. So sending the hips back. Maybe walking your hand forward. And you breathe in. Stay to breathe out. And take one more like that. Full breath in. Steady exhale. Start to bring your right hand back in line with your face. Press into the right palm. Inhale, left arm reaches up, counter that little twist. Exhale, left hand back down to your mat, swaying into the hips. Walk your hands a little bit further forward. Tuck all 10 toes under if they aren't already. Take a full breath in. On your exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Really deep bend in the knees as you pedal it out a little bit here. So you start to open up through the backs of your legs. A little bit through the hamstrings, but I want you to focus more on pressing the ground away and getting some nice length through the spine. Take another full breath in. On your exhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Fold at the back of your mat. Feet can come out a little bit wider, maybe even match with distance. And you'll bend your knees deeply as you bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Let your head get really heavy. And then feel your feet steady beneath you before you might start to sway from side to side. And so you want to set that steady foundation, and then if you feel steady, you might find that little sway. If you feel like pieces or parts of your feet are coming off the ground, I want you to just hang out here. And take 3 of your deepest breaths. And so you notice again where you feel tightness, where you feel release, and how your breath is moving. Take another full inhale. Exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Heel toe your feet a little bit closer together. Press firm through your feet. Inhale, rise all the way up. Extended mountain pose, sunrise. Exhale, bend your knees. Hinge and fold forward, sunset. Inhale to a nice long spine. Hands can come to your shins. Maybe hands rest on your thighs. You could even bring your arms back. Again, keep the knees soft. Focus on lengthen the spine as you hug your belly in. On your next inhale, press down, sweep all the way up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat. Walk yourself out to high push-up. From your high push-up, take a breath in. On your exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale. Exhale, hands walk back towards your feet. You'll do that same thing again. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to release. Knees are soft, press through your feet, sweep all the way up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, hands to the mat, walk yourself back out to your high push-up. High push-up, breathe in. Exhale, hips go back, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in here. Exhale, knees come back down to the mat, tabletop pose. Sway into the hips from side to side. From tabletop, you'll start to step your right foot between your hands. And then nobody's arms are as long as their legs. Or if they are, you're a rarity. So know that you'll tense through your fingertips a little bit here and take a breath in. On your exhale, straighten your right leg, send your hips back. Keep your whole foot on the mat, so nothing too crazy. Inhale to come forward. Exhale, send the hips back. Little half split action. One more time. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, hips go back. Inhale, bend the right knee. Get your hands planted on the mat. Step your right knee back in line with the left. Sway into the hips just a little bit, gently from side to side. And then when you're ready, step your left foot through. Again, you're gonna have to make some space for it, tenting through the fingertips. Breathe in. Exhale, straighten the left leg, send your hips back. Foot stays down. So a lot of times if you have sciatica or anything like that, flexing the toes back towards the face can really aggravate that. So you don't want to take it too extreme. Inhaling forward. Exhale, hips back. One more, inhale, glide forward. Exhale, hips back. And it doesn't matter if your right toes are tucked or untucked here. It's whatever feels steady. Inhale to bring yourself forward. Hands plant palms, plant left knee comes back in line with the right. Sway into the hips a little bit from side to side. Take another breath in. And on your exhale, knees come out, mats with distance, hips go back, child's pose. All right, now you can stay right here. If it feels like too much on the hips, I want you to bring your knees together instead. And then with your arms out in front of you nice and long, forehead to the mat. If it's not on the mat, find a pillow or a block or a book to bring underneath your head. And then you'll start to walk your left hand over to your left side. Right hand can come on top of it. And then really pressing through the right hand, you'll send your hips back so you feel, again, that side body opening for your breath in. And your breath out. Inhale back through center. Take that to your second set. You'll walk the right hand over. Left hand comes next to or on top of, and you press through the palms. Send the hips back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale back through center again. And then exhale, walk your hands back towards your body. Now you can stay with your legs like this, sitting again on your heels, or you might come forward a little bit, cross the ankles, and come to a seat. Whatever your comfortable seat is. One more little pose here. Both arms go up on your inhale. Exhale, twist over to your right side. Now, the taller that you sit up, the better the twist. So try to lift through the crown of your head. Your arms can stay out. Try not to grab the right knee with the left hand and really jerk yourself into it, but let the rib cage, let the spine move naturally. Take another breath in. Stay to exhale. Inhale back up through center, reach long. Exhale, twist over to your left. And again, you can rest the hand on the knee. Try not to crank it. Nobody needs that. I promise you, you are not going to reach enlightenment any sooner if you stretch yourself into oblivion. So just take a steady breath in and feel a steady breath out. Both arms go up again on your inhale. Exhale, float your arms down by your sides. And you are done.